Welcome to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and today we're looking at Guillotine Games and Cool Mini or Not's Zombicide Season 1. What's in the box? Well, obviously, to begin with, we have the Zombicide rulebook. We have 6 Zombicide hero cards. We have 9 double-sided playable tiles. We have 40 grey unpainted plastic zombie walkers. We have 8 grey unpainted plastic fatties. We have 16 grey unpainted plastic zombie runners. We have 1 grey abomination. And the game comes with 6 unpainted heroes, although I have painted these. We have 2 cardboard cars. We have 6 six-sided dice. We have 62 equipment cards. 42 zombie cards. 18 noise counters. 24 skill tokens, 6 experience trackers, 12 door tokens, 6 zombie spawning spots, 1 exit token, 10 objective markers, 6 wounded cards, the rulebook quality is really good. Nice, again, glossy pages, nice pictures, the rules are easily laid out. Even the cards, the way that they've set them up is very clear and easy to understand. Yes, the quality of this product is very good. These cards are made of very thick card, the same as all the other card things in the game box, and it's super thick and super hard wearing, and as you can see, the pictures and the graphics on them are really good. Now all of the card components are made of the same cardboard, and I've had these for 4 years and I've yet to have any problem with any of them, so I would say they're very well made. The equipment cards are kind of small little cards, if you can, I don't know, see my hand? That's how big they are. But they're really nicely made and they're very clear with all the graphics. Very nicely done. Same size card for the zombie generating cards. And again, very clearly laid out. So you know if you're in different areas of experience, you can clearly see it gets a lot worse. The 6 dice are kind of small, not particularly good. I've only got 5 of them here because they're so small I've even lost one. But they're 6-sided dice. If you haven't got 6-sided dice, they'll do. The character cards are Doug, Phil, Ned, Amy, Josh and Wanda. They're also made of nice quality card. They've lasted me the last 4 years without any problems. As you can see, they look like new. There's no marks on them, nothing, and I've used this plenty. The experience tracker are these funny little clip things, and I thought when I first saw them, I thought, uh-oh, they're gonna break, because they slide along and it shows how many zombies you've killed. But I've had this now 4 years and I've still break one of them, so they're actually surprisingly tough. Now the tiles. The boards are made again of the same thick card which the cards were made out of. As you can see, it's the same thickness and it's super strong. These are 4 years old and I've still got no problem with them. They're very clearly laid out. and the graphics or the drawings, whatever you want to call them, are very clear and quite pretty. There's no problem knowing where you are in the game. You can clearly see where your people are, in which room, very well laid out. And when you have more than one tile, you connect them like so to make even larger buildings. It looks much more impressive. And they're double-sided, and you get 9 of those, so you can make loads of different layouts if you want to make your own adventures. The miniatures come unpainted in a single piece. There's no need to glue anything onto them, and there's no need to cut them out, which is good for a newcomer to this game. If you've never done any miniature building or any miniature painting in the past, it's perfect. The sculpts are nice, with very few mould lines, and the poses are quite dynamic. The plastic isn't too flexible like some miniature board games, so you don't have any troubles with bent bits, which no one wants a bent bit. As a guide, I would give Games Workshop plastic miniatures around 7 out of 10, while these I would give around 5 out of 10. They aren't heroic in scale at all. Their heads seem in proportion to their bodies, their hands normal size, as opposed to Games Workshop models, who are heroic, so they have big heads, big hands, and generally look like they've been hitting the gym a bit too hard. Some people have criticised, though, that some of the zombie sculpts especially have clawed, arthritic looking hands. The survivors in the original box come as a single coloured piece of plastic, but each of them are individual colours. So Amy is a purple, Wanda is green, Josh is like a light pinky colour, what's his name? Ned is a purpley colour, Doug is a blue, and Phil is a browny green. So you can easily identify them, even if you don't want to paint them ever. They come identifiable. Having owned these miniatures for a while though, 4 years to be precise, they are not brilliantly done. But, as you can see, it does show the detail on them, and they have got some detail. They took paint well, although they do need a nice warm soapy bath. It gets rid of all the release agent which was upon the plastic, which will hinder you if you try and paint them straight on without washing them. Good thing about these miniatures too is you've got a very modern palette you can use. You can't usually use it really in fantasy or sci-fi. You don't really have orcs wearing purples and pinks, and space marines wearing pink. Well, that's a whole new chapter. Rules. So yes, the rules are very clear and have very few mistakes, if any, in the printed version. They're clearly defined and illustrated very well. Very simple. I would say difficulty out of 10 for the rules. I would say give it a 4 out of 10. So that's pretty easy. My 11-year-old daughter, I use as a scale, and she understands how to play this game, and often does play it with us, in fact. There's 1 to 6 players, so which is good. Okay, but one of the rules that I'm not that keen on is, okay, we'll use this board as an example, and we use Phil here. Phil in this room, and he's got 2 zombies with him. Well, we'll start with 1 zombie, there we are. Got 1 zombie with him. Now, to pull away, Phil would have to use 2 actions. That's fine. He's got 3 actions to begin with, so that's fine. However, if there were 2 there, he needs 1 for each zombie and 1 for the tile he's moving into. So he needs 3 actions. Now, this is where it goes a little bit skewiff to me. If there's 3 in there, he'd need 4 actions. Now, most people don't get 4 actions, so he stands no chance of pulling away. Now, that that grates on me a little bit. I think there should always be a chance that he pulls away. So that's one rule that I feel is a little bit off. The other rule that I find a little bit off is if Phil is here and Josh is in this room and he shoots his gun into this room to kill the zombies, hopefully, the bullets automatically hit Phil first. So it kill Phil and then the zombies, which I find wrong. I don't get that. Now if there's some sort of random way of who it hits, I got no problem with that. But that just sits wrong with me. But overall, I love this game. Those are just two rules which I house rule because I'm not keen on them. Expandability and longevity. Okay, we'll start with expandability first. So, there are 4 expansions for this game. There's Toxic City Mall, Prison Outbreak, Rue Morgue, and Angry Neighbours. There's also some mini expansions. Dogs, Zombie Dogs, there are loads of character packs, and there's also a Crows pack, which sounds a bit weird, but there is one. Longevity. Like I said, we've played this game for 4 years now, me and my family, and we've enjoyed it. The first year that we played it to death. We played it every week, and probably wore ourselves out a little bit on that. But we still dip back into it, and we still play it when we get the need for zombies. There are 10 missions in the book, but it's so easy to be able to make your own adventures that really those 10 are just a beginner, just an idea of what to do with it. So really, the expandability and longevity of this game is really good. Final thoughts and review. The game is brilliant in its cooperative stance. No one feels like they're the outsider, or that everybody's teaming up to take them out. And no one feels like they're doing the tedious bookkeeping, or being on their own against everybody else, which no one likes. Unless of course you want to throw Ned in front of the zombies and run away laughing. It's a bit mean, but it can be quite funny. We enjoyed it a lot the first year of us playing it, and we still dip into it now and again. We might play it once or twice in a week, and then come back to it in a couple of months. And it's enjoyable to do that. We do house rule quite a few of the rules, which I think is fine if it adds to your enjoyment of the game. And I believe Guillotine Games feel the same way. If you don't like a rule, change it slightly. One of the main reasons why I think people are attracted to this game, I know it was one of the main reasons why I was the amount of miniatures you get with it. They're nice miniatures, and after many years of not painting, I hadn't painted since I was in my teens, I decided I wanted to get back into painting my miniatures. So I decided to buy this for that reason. And I loved getting back into painting. I find it very relaxing, and I hope maybe some of my listeners might start painting them for that reason. The initial outlay of £75 does seem a bit steep, but when you think that you get 71 miniatures for £75, that's not so bad. It's very hard to find quality miniatures at that price anywhere else. Plus, then you have the tiles and the rules, the dice, the card bits and what have you, all thrown in practically for nothing in that case. So really, this is a game that doesn't disappoint. For a person who came in looking at the miniatures and buying them for that, I was very pleasantly surprised, but the game was good. Overall, I enjoyed this game. I would give it a 6 out of 10, which is a decent score for me. My wife, who isn't a miniature gamer, gave it a 7 out of 10, which is brilliant and is a good indication that a person can come into this game and enjoy it, even if they haven't had experience with these type of games before. So the pros, I would say, of course, is the miniatures. You get lots of them, they're nice, they're good quality. Everything in the box is good quality, and there's plenty of room to grow if you enjoy it. The cons. There's no real sense of story mode or campaign. Each scenario feels separate from the one before, which is a bit disappointing. Later expansions, they did try to address this, but I felt it felt like a band-aid. So as a final thought, if you have £75, I can't think of a better game to spend your money on. You have good quality products, you can play with as many friends as you want, and no one's going to feel isolated, and you can even play it solo. So, I would say it's a good buy. So, until next time, keep one step ahead of those zombies.